Hi, chat. How's everybody doing? Look at me. I got a new thing. Look at me go, chat. I got horns. I think it's cute. Look, I've got the little cheeky things too. Look into this face. You know this is adorable. A little early for Halloween. Halloween needs to start earlier because Christmas keeps coming earlier and earlier, so Halloween needs to start earlier. And look, I've got it's full thing. I'm fluffy all the way down. Stop skipping Thanksgiving, people. I don't really care about Thanksgiving. Halloween is more important. The most important holiday of the year. Who worked on it? Let me get their specific name, so we don't miscredit them. Open. Stop Twitter. Open it. Why won't you open it? There we go. So chat, this person made the model, Saika, or Natsuki Saika, if you want to get something. Being horny? I'm not being horny. Oh wait, yeah, no, because I have horns. I'm stupid. Furry abomination. How dare you? I am adorable. Bite me. Also, just so we clarify a little bit. Because I posted it on Twitter and I had some people like, oh, I'm gonna miss the old model. I'm not replacing models. This is just like a fun little one for myself that I can use every once in a while. We are not replacing old Mizu. This was a little one I got because I was like, this is cute. I kind of want this. But no, we are not replacing old Mizu. We are keeping this one. But chat, I don't know if you have seen it or not, but if you don't want spoilers for Pokemon that exist, not like story stuff for the new Pokemon game, but if you don't want like spoilers for like the existence of Pokemon content, this stream is probably not for you. Because I wanted to cover some of the leaks. And for those of you who don't know, there was a huge leak with Nintendo like a while back, where somebody fished one of their contractors, supposedly, and the contractor had direct access to Game Freak's servers, and that way the hacker got basically everything. This is how we learned a whole bunch of stuff, and it is basically... I didn't think my opinion of Game Freak could get lower. But it did. It got lower. It got lower. So before we get into some of the more leaked stuff, let's touch on something from the new game, which is called Legends ZA. So, let me see if we can see this very well. We can. So chat, I wanna poll the chat. Who wants to take a guess at what this is exactly before I tell you? Would you like to take a guess of what we're looking at? Come on, don't be shy. There are no incorrect answers. World map, the city, a maze. So we are looking at the city. Somebody got it. It's all one model. So this is not the entire map of the game in one render. This is the map. The entire map is a singular model. These are all the little vertices of the map. Like those little triangles you see when you see models. This is a singular one-piece model. Here's how I compared this, right? Because somebody got mad at me, and they're like, no, because I said you couldn't cull this. And they're like, no, you can cull it. And for those of you who don't know, culling is basically when something is not visible to you in game, it basically disappears, and that's culling. That's so you can like save on space and stuff. So one thing you can do with culling is you can make it so parts of a model you can't physically see get culled out. And that works on like small models, like a singular house. Like one house, that's fine. But if you try that, like every time you have to cull that way. It's called occlusion culling. Basically stuff you can't see disappears. If you try and cull that way, it's fine. It uses a little bit of memory, but a lot less memory than displaying the full thing. But every single thing, every single like face you have to occlude adds a little bit more memory. And a little bit more memory for another one. And a little bit more memory for another one. And so it works fine, small scale. But when you scale it up to the entire fucking city at all times, it ruins it. It ruins any of the performance gain you would have. And what I compared it to was Yandere Simulator. So the dev for Yandere Simulator, Yandere dev, uses a coding style, we're going to call it a coding style, where he does everything as else-if statements. Where he basically says, if this happens, or like, you know, this happens, else this happens, if this happens. And that's like a fairly lightweight piece of code, right? It doesn't do much, and it doesn't take much memory. The problem is he does that for everything. Literally everything. So when you start scaling that up 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, now when the game has to try and run that feature, it has to go down the entire list of every single else if statements. It's the same thing with this. Occlusion is good. Doesn't use much memory. Very lightweight. Very lightweight. But scale that up from like 20 faces from the immediate area around you to 200 faces to 10,000 faces you're now losing all of the benefits you got from using occlusion because you've scaled it up so big. It's a horrendous way to code stuff. And this is not the first time they've done something stupid like this. So this was not a part of leaks, this was just people cracking the game. Somebody cracked the game files for Sun and Moon, and there's a character in Sun and Moon called Lily. And they were very confused because for every single like outfit that Lily wore, there were 3 to 4 models of that one outfit in game. And that people were confused trying to figure out like, what is this? Why are there multiple Lily models that look exactly the same all in the game files? Like, why are they wasting space with this? And they found out that instead of calling a Lily model to a cutscene, they would just make a brand new Lily model and they would place it in the area near the cutscene. So is Lily gonna be in this area? Okay, just make a new model, put it there. Is Lily gonna be in this other area? Make a new model, put it there. And they bloated it, and they kept adding, like, if a character needed to be called to a space, they would just make a whole new model and plop it in, instead of calling the existing model they already had. This is how the coders on Game Freak have been coding their games, and I don't know how they ended up here. Because famously, when Gold and Silver came out, granted, the rest of the dev team did shit, but the one guy in the office stayed all weekend and managed to crunch the code of the game down so small that he cut like 4/5 of the space and was able to cram it onto a Game Boy cart. Also, thank you, Lion Fan, for 5 months. I know next to nothing about programming, even I can tell you how stupid it is to have your city be one giant model. Happy to support the blue one. Yeah, I feel like most people can pick up if I tell you the entire map is a single model, they'd be like, wow, that sounds... What? Why? Like, Game Freak makes decisions that even a normal person that doesn't know anything about doesn't know anything about coding would hear and go, the fuck, why did you do that? Why did you think that was a good idea? Is there not like an easier way to do that? Also, thank you. The new model is cute. It's adorable. I love it. I have horns. Reminds me of the Goku and Guilty Gear Strive that would break the game if removed. What's the one in... It's Team Fortress, right? There's like a PNG of a fruit or a vegetable in Team Fortress. And if you delete it for some reason, the whole game just stops functioning. But nobody can find out, like, why. It's a magic PNG because it's not connected to anything. It just, if you remove it, the game just stops functioning. Here, let me see really quick if I can find it. It is a coconut. The guys saying coconut were correct. So this image is in TF2's files. It's just in the files. It's just a PNG of a coconut. And if you delete it, the entire game stops functioning. It won't turn on. And it's not connected to anything. There is no part of the game's code that calls for the coconut JPEG. It's not on any map. It's not on any surface. But if you delete it, the game explodes. And to this day, nobody knows what the coconut's connected to. Literally no one has a clue. It's so funny. I'll never get over the magic coconut. No coconut, no game. Exactly. Oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, this was the first thing that popped up, was people discovered the entire model was, like, the coconut was proven wrong. What you need is a random cow image to run the game. But this was the first thing I saw. The second thing I saw was some of the megas. So here, let me see if I can pull it up. See if I can get a list. Because I already was not happy with the megas they were putting out. And now I'm iffy. Right? There's parts I like and parts I don't. Does nobody have, like, a good list? Well, they have a list of everything that Mega evolved. They don't have a list of the Megas themselves. Oh, here, this site might have them. So here, we'll just go through some of the pictures, right? So we have Mega Victory Bell, which is, he's a thick boy for some reason. I'm not a fan, personally. Don't like it. I go back on this website, or I can just go forward, I guess. Oh, is it just like a Pokedex? What? We have Mega Greninja, which is Greninja, but he's upside down. Which, by the way, this is regular Greninja. So he literally is Greninja, but now he's upside down. So, and he's got like a big shuriken thing. We have Malamar, and some people might think this one's solid. The problem is, it's just Malamar, but he went on a diet, and now he's kind of anorexic. He's literally just Malamar, but now he's anorexic, so. And then the one everybody hates is Mega Dragonite. It's the one that first got announced. Which, if you haven't seen a Dragonite before, this is a Dragonite. So all they did was they put wings on his head, and they put a little ball thing on his tail. Like what? These are part of the Pokemon leaks? These are not. So these were confirmed officially. So this is all official content right now. One of the things, though, that we found out was Mega Starmie. So they, for some reason, made a Mega Starmie. And would you like to see it in action, chat? Would you love to see how Mega Starmie looks? I'm sure you would. Oh, chat. This is Mega Starmie. Billion-dollar company. Best design they could come up with. I don't fucking know, bro. Why does it move like that? So I have a theory, chat. I have a theory, and a couple other people have a theory as well. So, some of you probably did not play the previous... Probably didn't play Sword and Shield, right? So in Sword and Shield, they had a not technically feature similar to Mega Evolving called Dynamaxing. And these are some of the Dynamax Pokemon. And you can kind of see that they don't particularly look different than their original designs. They just get taller or they get bigger. And you can kind of see in the list of them here, like here, let me scoot myself over a little bit. You can see Pikachu just got thicker. It's kind of hard to see here, but you've got an Eevee on the corner here. He just got fluffier. Gengar just got bigger. With Dynamaxing, most things just kind of got bigger or taller. What does Starmie look like? It looks like a Starmie that got taller. Some people think that they are reusing Dynamax designs in order to try and fill out the roster. Gigantamax, whatever, same thing. I didn't play Sword and Shield. I did play Sword and Shield. I quit halfway through, it was garbage. Another good example. Let me pull her up. Oh, did it get taken down? Holy shit. Certainly somebody still has it up. Okay, somebody does. So, as an example, this is a Pokemon called Frostlass. I love Frostlass. Frostlass is my baby. She is beautiful. This is Mega Frostlass. She got taller. Kind of expanded out her thing here, and expanded out her arms. Oop. And then I kind of retrofitted some of the other things, right? Like, one thing we said was when you Gigantamax, as people are saying, you could get taller or you could get bigger. So remember what Victory Bell looked like. Victory Bell also got bigger. So a lot of the new Megas are probably Gigantamax reuses. They're very likely reused Gigantamax designs that never made it. And the thing is, they don't work. Because Gigantamax Pokemon do not move. So they were designed in mind with the fact that they would not be moving at all. A particular notable one is behind my head here, Gengar. You can see Gengar is sunk into the ground because his mouth is like a giant void. It's because they weren't intended to move around. So they didn't have to think of like, oh, what would this look like if it was walking around? But now that they're reusing them and having them walk around, it looks stupid. They weren't meant to move. Why am I a deer? Because I wanted to be a deer. So currently, a lot of this is stuff we kind of already knew. This is leaked, I believe. But now we're going to get into like proper leaks. So obviously the leaks come from a hacker that we don't know. But the person posting most of them is Centro Leaks and Not Centro Leaks. Which, if you know anything about Pokemon, it's kind of well known that they're the channels for this. So I'm going to show you guys something that deeply upset me. There are some leaked designs from the previous game, Scarlet and Violet. And let me pull this up so we can get like a baseline, right? So in Scarlet and Violet, one of your main villain teams here is Team Star. And you can see these are the main Team Star members behind me. Particularly pay attention to the pink guy right here. The pink guy for sure. He is the fairy type one. But these were your Team Star members. And then Team Star members all had like this car thing. It had a Pokemon in the front called a Reveroom. And they were all exactly the same, but they would be in different colors. So you'd have somebody that was orange, you'd have this person that was kind of purple, you'd have this one which is like the generic design. This is all it was literally the same thing over and over, but in different colors. And then the big Team Star symbol on the top. Very, very boring. These are the leaked designs for what Team Star was going to be. Let me see if it pops up correctly. Yeah, it pops up mostly good. This is originally what your Team Star guys were going to look like. I don't know who this one would have been specifically. But, like, he has Bouffalants that have, like, the bike on it. They've got the Dodrios. His car is, like, an off-roader that looks like a Loudred. So good. You had this one. This was going to be the water guy. Have, like, a team of Whalmers pulling his car. And there's, like, so many different Pokemon themes in it. Like, he's in the water, but he's got a pool in his car. And you can see, like, they've even had designs for how it was supposed to work. How it was supposed to move around. And then this was supposed to be the fairy trainer originally. With a Togekiss Pimp Mobile. Bro. We could have had a Togekiss Pimp Mobile. Fucking look at this guy. And I know it's hard to see it, chat, but if you look at the bottom left here, he's got a Florgus sitting on his bed. Imagine. This would have been so cool. And they have the money to do it. They have the money to do it. They choose not to, and it makes me upset. And you've got, like, his henchmen over here that were on these jetpack chairs that were being held up by Togetix. They even have, like, some artwork of, like, the battles here. It just... it looks so good. And we didn't get it. And, like, you got this guy, he would have had, like, claunchers with sidecars. And then this was the flying pimp mobile. Like, these ideas were so clever. And all I had to say about this when I saw it was, like, why do you hire these concept artists if you're not even gonna bother using this remotely? Like, what's the point? What are you paying them for? Stop paying them and convince them to leave to another company that will respect their ideas. Ugh. Because that's the thing, right? When you talk about this, everyone's like, oh, so you hate the developers. The developers are being, like, hamstringed by corporate. It's like, no, I hate corporate. Some of the people working on Pokemon have passion, and they want to, like, have really good ideas, and they want to, like, really expand what they can do, and they're not allowed to. The only people I think are particularly bad at Game Freak are the coders, because the coders just seem like they're idiots, to be quite frank. But the concept artists put so much work and so much effort into their stuff, and it never, like, sees the light of day. It's just always, like, stuck in concept art. Tell them to go to Pocket Pair. And you know what? You don't even have to make it like free roam. Just have it, like, have the entire battle for these scenes be on rails. I think that would be cool. It would make, like, a really cool set piece. But no, they didn't. It's disappointing, and it's so disappointing because it's so cool. I will not get over the pimp mobile, chat. The flying pimp mobile is the best fucking thing in the world. I want this so bad. Ugh. But something else that got leaked is, so this has been known for a while, is there is an upcoming Pokemon game that is currently, it's codenamed Wind and Wave. And we aren't sure everything about Wind and Wave. I believe they said it was supposed to be based kind of around like Polynesian culture a little bit. I'd have to re-look into it. But something came out in the leaks about how they've designed Wind and Wave. And I don't like it. So do you guys remember when, what was it? I'm trying to think. Do you remember, like, the DEI thing? Like, there's a DEI chart. The tenets of diversity, equity, and inclusion. There is a similar chart for that for conservation that is supposed to... Yeah, I forget exactly what it is. It's got the thing. So... it's technically different from DEI, and it's technically something you can sort of get more on board with for some of it. For the rest of it, it's kind of like, I don't know about that. So for Pokemon Wind and Wave, and you can't see it in the top corner here, but I'll read it for you. In Pokemon Wind and Wave, the gyms and the Titan/Lord Pokemon are mixed together. There are 18 challenges, one for every type. They will be inspired by the Sustainable Development Goals. Clearing all 18 challenges allow you to challenge the champion. And these are the Sustainable Development Goals that the gym leaders will, for some reason, be based on. No poverty. Good luck putting that in a game. Zero hunger. Again. Fucking what? Good health and well-being. Quality education, gender equality, clean water, and sanitation. I could actually do this one. You could probably do this one in like a Pokemon game and it not come off as weird. Affordable and clean energy. Pokemon is weird because you have electric Pokemon. Like, the fact that they have windmills in Pokemon already is kind of strange to me, when their power plants are powered by electrodes and Voltorbs. So I did not like that part of Sun and Moon, because like, why do you have these solar power? What would be the driving force for making solar power when you can just breed a bunch of Voltorbs? I don't get it. Decent work and economic growth. I got no idea on that one. Industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Maybe. The thing is, I don't know how you would build gyms around these goals. Particularly, just a couple of them specifically. The first two, gender equality, reduced inequalities. Because like with the infrastructure one, I could see like a gym where you're pushing blocks around and you have to climb up the blocks. Like, you could argue that is. But like decent work and economic growth, what am I gonna pay my way to the gym leader? Like, I don't understand. Sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action. I feel like climate action is just gonna be like a fucking trash gym. I see some people asking, this is real? I don't know, like, what they plan on doing with this exactly, but we know this is real. I don't know. It just seems so stupid to me. Like, what are you doing with this? Yeah, somebody mentioned Kirsch. Kirsch retweeted this. Let me see if I can find Kirsch's tweet. Yeah, here's Kirsch's tweet. This isn't real, right? This account is a massive 500k follower Pokemon Leaks account, but there's no way this is true. This is, I went to Hollywood with the script and they told me it was too unrealistic tier. Thing is, Centro Leaks has leaked, like, all of the, like, official stuff. If I don't believe they've ever leaked something incorrect. So, like, I completely understand, like, if people want to, like, not believe it. I don't see a reason not to, though. They've never been wrong. Unless they just threw this in to, like, screw with people. Okay, I'm gonna show this one. And some of you won't believe it because of how it looks. However, I would like to present to you that this is actually very common. Probably more common than you might realize when people are pitching ideas to their bosses. So this is how Pokemon Legends, the new Pokemon Legends game for Galar, which is Sword and Shield, was pitched to a company as is how to go about it. It looks funny, but trust me, I have seen plenty of pitch designs, and this is actually pretty, like, average. This is not weird. But it was basically pitched that it would be inspired by Xenoblade Chronicles X. I don't know why. I don't know where they're going with it. Though mostly normal, it's still very funny. That's why I wanted to show it. I am representing to you guys that this is actually very normal for companies to do. It's just very, very funny when you see it in practice. They really will just, like, poorly Photoshop shit on screen and then take it to their boss and be like, "Do you see the vision? Do you see it?" And, like, I guess I wouldn't be a good boss, because I would look at this shit and I'd be like, I don't see it. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Go back to the drawing board. I wouldn't know what to do with this. Can't believe people are surprised about the Gen 10 leaks. Pokemon donated to BLM after all. There is a tweet from Pokemon saying they donated to BLM, but I don't know if it's true. Like, I don't know if it's, like, photoshopped or something. Oh, so this has been a big topic of discussion with the leaks. Is those of you who don't know, Pikachu used to be fat. He used to be a big tubby boy, and he had a big tubby face, and he was a cute little fat thing. And then over time, they have shrunk him down. And they have put Pikachu on a diet. Because for some reason, they saw the hit design of Pikachu that infatuated thousands of children, and they said, you know what, that's not good, we need to change him. Also, thank you, Aka, for the 10. My goodness, my BFF is a furry, and he's adorable. So, there's a leaked design of the newest iteration of Pikachu. Here it is. It is the one on the right. With the big round face. The one on the left is kind of the previous design. I do not understand why they, like, Pikachu looked fine. He looked fine. I don't understand why they keep doing this. Why do we need to make him anorexic? I don't get it. Ozempic Pikachu. For some reason, they don't like his design and they keep trying to change it. And every time they change it, he gets slimmer and slimmer. I don't dislike it. It looks off. Because it's Pikachu. If Pikachu didn't exist, you probably wouldn't question it. But when you know that he's been slimmed down 300 times, now you're questioning it. And you have to be like, why are we slimming Pikachu down? I don't get it. Legit looks like the 2D logo the Pokemon Company uses. He kind of does, actually. You know, I see that. I see it. They might be trying to make him look like the logo. Like, slowly over time. But people are upset. Oh, here it is. In the comments, somebody posted Chonker Pikachu. This is original Pikachu. He was a chunky boy. And for some reason, they don't want him to be a chunky boy. They want him to go on a diet. The head makes it look plank wrong. You know, the head's probably the worst part. Like this giant circle going on here. It looks weird. It looks detached. Like you can tell from the side view it's not, but the way it's shaded makes it look like it's like a separate thing. But yeah, they don't need to keep changing Pikachu. There's like literally no value in doing this over and over again. Here, let me see if I can pull up another thing. So chat, I love Chikorita. Chikorita is my favorite. I love my Chikorita. She's adorable. I don't like Meganium much. I've never liked Meganium. And I've always hoped that if Meganium got like a Mega form or a Gigantamax form, I could feel a little bit less embarrassed about being a Meganium fan. And they gave Meganium a Mega form. So I need to pull up Meganium. So anybody who doesn't know what a Meganium looks like. Hi, Shiroi. By the way, I'll just send it to you on Discord, actually. And thank you for the raid, Shiroi. It is super appreciated. Love you, bestie. So I'm going to pull this up just in case you guys have not seen it before and you've never seen a Meganium. This is Meganium. This is my big derpy dinosaur. I like Meganium. I wish the design was a bit more complex. But I love my derpy dinosaur. And they finally said, you know what? You know what? Meganium needs a Mega. It's time. And this is what we got. Fucking... What? Why did you do this? This is the front view. Why did you do this? I don't understand. It's so upsetting. They're like, oh, it's got one flower on its neck. What about 3 more? It's just... don't like it. I really don't like it. God. And I've said this about some of the other Megas, and maybe I could see if I could go through the list again. But a lot of the megas seem like they're just taking a feature that the original Pokemon had and being like, let's just add extra of the thing it already had. And that it doesn't work for a majority of them. Some of them are really fucking dumb. Let me see. What was it? It was... Here, I will see if I can find it. But there are actually a few I'm fine with. So we're gonna take a second and be positive for a second. We're gonna be positive for 2 seconds. So this is Dragoleg. It's supposed to be like, what is it? Fuck. It's a lion seahorse. They're big fancy seahorses, basically. It looks good. It's not a fantastic design, but I think it looks good. This is the mega for it. I actually think came out pretty well, honestly, all things considered. It's a little smooth, but for the most part, pretty solid. And then what's the other one I thought came out well? I saw it earlier. My computer's yelling at me that my phone's dying. Oh, it was, is Scolipede. I believe. Oh, they don't have, like, a good picture of it? Saw it earlier. Oh, yeah, here it is. So, this is a Scolipede. And down here, this is the Mega Scolipede. Is it perfect? No, but I kind of like it. I like that they added a bit extra to him. They made him a little thicker. Kind of looks like a horse now. A little bit of a horse. Kind of fine with it. But now we got to go back to being negative. Most of the megas are hot garbage. Oh, I know a really good one I can show to show that it's just thing but more. And I'm gonna say this one is one that I actually kind of like it. So this is my boy Chandelure. I love Chandelure. I don't care that he's just a big chandelier. He's my buddy. I love him. He's fantastic. This is Mega Chandelure. It's just Chandelier, but more. Chandelure? Mega Chandelure. Just... I don't get it. It's just the thing, but more. Chandamore. Look, I kinda like it, honestly, but it is, and when I look at it, I do have to say, okay, it's just Chandelure, but extra. It's just Chandelure, but extra. And the thing is, that's all of them. They are all thing, but extra. Now, let's see. Oh, no. Clefable isn't. Would you guys like to see Clefable? Is this the real one? I think it is. Oh, this is our buddy Clefable. Our big chunky boy. And then this is our Mega Clefable. Look at him. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what they're doing. He's got like a piece of whipped cream on his head. I don't get it. What gender flag is that? Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Oh, here, I hate Feraligatr, and it's funny, and in a better game I would probably like it more, but like, God, where is it? All right, chat. So this is our boy Feraligatr right here. And you can see there's lots of like fake leaks of what people thought a Mega Feraligatr was. However, one of these is real. It's this one. This one is actually real. So, yay. They have the picture of it doing the thing. Yeah, so this is drawn on, but in-game, it unironically looks like this. I don't know if anybody has a picture of him doing it. But yeah, the top of it just closes down, and it's supposed to make him look like a giant Totodile. And I don't know why. Oh, here it is. There it is. He flips it down, and he's got like a giant. He makes him look like a giant Totodile with the red head. So it's this, and then it flips down, and it turns into that. It's one of those where it's like, I don't understand it. I don't get the concept at all. Like, I physically do not get it. Have some head pats to cheer you up. Thank you. Does my head pat button work? It might not. It does not. I have to hit the button. Thank you, though. Thank you, Richard. Richard Cardamone for 5. Looks like a bad Chinese knockoff. The only one I've seen that kind of looks fine is Imbor. And what's funny is people got it close to the final design. Is there a picture of just Imbor? Okay, so here we go. This is our boy Imbor, big piggy boy, most famous Pokemon hentai ever created. So this was the original designs that people were kind of drawing for it, and this one particularly got popular. And a lot of things kind of went in the vein of that, which is surprising because this is the official design, which kind of makes him look a little Zeus-ish. Like he's got a big lightning bolt staff. I don't really know what he's going for here. But this is, in fact, the official design. Also, Magma for 5. Hoi hoi, the new Pokemon look gay as hell. Also, is that a Psycho model? Yes, that is a Psycho model. I wanted to be a deer. I thought it was cute. What? That's awful. Where can I find it? It's called Faithful Tepig, and it's got a part 1 and a part 2. Don't be gooning in the live stream though. We don't believe in gooning around here. Oh, this one's gonna upset me. They have the Mega? They do. So chat, this is a fun little boy we have. His name is Phalanx. He's a couple little boys in a line. He's got the leader up front, and they all kind of fight together. I unironically kind of like him. He's pretty cool. Embor has a Dojin. Yes, Embor has a Dojin. He's kind of simple, but I like him. Of course, his big problem is he doesn't, like, evolve into anything. So he just sort of exists. However, they have given him a Mega, and he's this. And I don't know what I was expecting. I genuinely don't know what I was expecting. I don't know. Saw one that was a shield dome. But yeah, this is the official design. I don't fucking know what they're doing, man. There's a good idea in this design somewhere. I think so. I wish it was better. My boy deserved so much more. And then they gave a legendary Omega, which is not uncommon. Especially since he is the box legendary. And here it is. Is there like a good picture of it? Why is it so fuzzy? I know I saw it on Twitter and it wasn't fuzzy. Did no one say like a good... There it is. So this is Mega Zygarde. He is he got a blimp, a dirigible. So he be doing his thing, I guess. This is regular Zygarde, or I guess full form Zygarde. Zygarde has multiple forms. It'd be this. I think it's 20%, 50%, or 25%, 50%, and then 75%. And now we have Zygarde dirigible. Don't know how we ended up here, honestly. Genuinely. Move the blimp and you have a solid design? Possibly. $10, $50, $100. Thank you. So the one I hate the most is Delphox. And it's not because it's like bad. It's because it feels lazy. So if you haven't seen a Delphox before, this is a Delphox. It is, from the game it was from, they were based off like the 3 main classes, where Chespin was a tank, Delphox was a caster, and the other one was a ranger, I'm pretty sure. God, I can't remember at this point, it's been so long. And then this is Delphox Mega. It's just Delphox with a little bit of black on them and now they ride the wand instead of holding it. And it just feels like it's nothing. I don't get it. And it's not bad, right? It just feels like it's nothing. It feels like there's nothing there. There's nothing for me to like grasp onto and be like, this makes the design cool. It's just Delphox, but it rides the broom instead of like holding the wand. And then the other one was Chespin, or Chestnut. And I'll be honest, if I didn't know as much about Pokemon as I did, I would say Chestnut didn't change at all. Because this is Chestnut, this guy right here, and then this is Mega Chestnut. Chestnut, Mega Chestnut. They really didn't do much. And I don't get why they didn't do much of anything for all of these. He made his spikes into like little shields instead, which I guess is fine. And you gave him a little crown piece. But for the most part, he's the same. Thank you, Gabby. The cape is nice. Cape improves it. Cape improves it a little bit. I still just don't like it. It just feels lazy. Still not as bad as Meganium. Meganium makes me want to cry. I love my boy. Oh, here it is. So they were gonna do a kind of a multi-area game. And you can see like the maps from the previous Pokemon games connected into each other. And you were gonna go through all of them, is my understanding. But if somebody can read Japanese, they could probably correct me on that. But then, of course, we have some concept art of, you know, what they wanted the areas to look like, sort of deals. I believe they said it would be like a Sinnoh remake. I don't recall. It's like the main island of Japan. Every Pokemon region is an area of the world. One of the games is based off like New York and kind of that area of America. Sun and Moon is specifically based off Hawaii. A lot of the original Pokemon games are based off pieces of Japan. So there's some stuff that somebody would have to translate it for me to figure out what it was intended to be. But there was a lot of these kind of slides. Yeah, X and Y was France. That it showed like there was a concept for some sort of game in the works, but I don't really know like what it was or what they were planning to do with it. They were going with something though. For sure. I'm gonna get DMCA'd, by the way. So this is just a stream for us to hang out tonight, guys, because I'm probably gonna get DMCA'd by Nintendo. Okay, this is some working concept art for Wind Wave. Or not concept art, it's technically prototype. It said it's an online game there. Maybe they were working on an online game. Oh, by the way, if you can't see it on the side here, it says 2026. So I guess this is planned. It was planned for kind of release sometime next year, possibly. Which, I mean, it doesn't look like it's even remotely ready for that. I definitely think the English words are code names. And I think the 3 working code names for games we have are Gaia, Seed, and Ringo. But I'm not fully sure like what they're going with it. So here's one I found was interesting. And it looks like somebody's already translated it. God damn it, they translated it into Spanish. No. But is this... Whatever was going on with this actually looks kind of cool. But I don't really know what it would be exactly. It definitely looks like a cool idea. Like they were gonna do a kind of like a low-res version of the game to slap on your phone so you could play it while you're away and easier, I guess. But I think the whole point of like the Switch was like that was already portable. You know? Maybe I misunderstand the purpose. Oh, so this came up. Game Freak has some new policies. Which are... they're not, like, bad. They're just interesting. So, content insert song. A proposal for an insert song in Ikikaku was made, but declined. The Pokemon Company seemed to propose it with the feeling that the success of a Titan meant they should repeat it. The success of a Titan was accidental and not fundamentally controllable, so Game Freak does not wish to pursue it. Future policy and reasoning: insert songs are generally disallowed. And this kind of refers to like a song by like a big name performer. It seems like they had like Ed Sheeran make a song for one of the games, and they decided they didn't want to repeat that, basically. So bonus card. The issue of Detective Pikachu having an attached bonus card. The card's value has increased, which could lead to people purchase the game only for the card. The Arceus card also had high value. Future policy reasoning: do not include cards within the game packaging. Why? Well, we can't include free cards in the game because the collectors sell them for too much. So? What? I've mentioned this before. I have an Ancient Mew card from the Pokemon movie 2000. And I love that thing. It is raggedy. It is damaged. But I love it. If you don't know what an Ancient Mew card, it's this. They came in the Pokemon 2000 movie. As like a gift, basically. They look really good. They look very pretty. They're very shiny, sheeny, holographic. They're fantastic. And Game Freak is saying, yeah, no, we're not gonna do bonus cards anymore because people are selling them for too much money. Why? Who cares? Let us just, I don't know, enjoy it. If people want to pay like extra money for the card instead of just buying the game itself, they're an idiot. Let them be stupid. It's just dumb. And promotional illustrations. And the Pokemon Company commissioned promotional illustrations from external illustrators for the distribution of Sudachi's mystery gift or raid events. These illustrations included in-game elements. This can invoke a sense of story and potentially lead to player confusion or misunderstanding about what will happen in the game, and the original intent is unclear. Directions for illustrations that include game elements must be handled by the Game Freak side. Future policy: the Pokemon Company should not commission illustrations involving in-game elements on their own. I would like to point out, this is Game Freak issuing a policy that the Pokemon Company is supposed to follow. People who pretend like Game Freak has absolutely no control over what is happening with Pokemon need to stop coping. Pokemon has Game Freak basically has exclusive rights to dealing with the video game side of Pokemon. This is why if a company that isn't Game Freak makes a game, they were contracted by Game Freak. Game Freak is the parent company, right? So the Pokemon, the idea, is owned by 3 people equally. They are owned by Nintendo, the Pokemon Company, and Game Freak. And as far as I remember, each of them have equal ownership over it, but each of them handle different parts. Nintendo typically handles kind of publishing deals, and they handle the legal side, because Nintendo has like a bang-up legal team. The Pokemon Company itself handles merchandising typically, and advertising. And Game Freak handles basically video game creation. Oh, and the Pokemon Company, to my understanding, handles the anime side and the manga. If it's a merchandise type thing, the Pokemon Company deals with it. But if it's a game thing, it's gonna be Game Freak. Let me see if I can pull it up, actually. Does they have, like, the actual division? I can't find the exact, but I actually do remember I searched this up one day. So you would think, because, you know, there's 100% ownership, that it would basically, and it's split between Game Freak, Nintendo, and the Pokemon Company, which I guess is called Creatures Inc., it looks like. No, it's affiliated with, Okay, no, it's Game Freak, Nintendo, and Creatures Inc. jointly own the Pokemon Company itself. Do they have an entire skyscraper to themselves, or are they just in the tower? Certainly they don't own the whole skyscraper. That's my bad. It's the Pokemon Company is not like is the overarching thing. It's partially owned by Creatures Inc. I have to see if I can find it, but I believe it came out that there was a 4th owner that owned like 5% or something. And I believe I found an article that claimed that, but I wouldn't know how to find it at this point. By most metrics, it says, so the only public metric is that Nintendo owns 32% of it, and then everything else is divided by creatures and Game Freak. But people who act like Game Freak has no ownership in it and no way to choose what happens are coping so hard. Game Freak is actively able to tell parts of the company what they are and aren't allowed to do with the gaming sector. They just choose to not do anything with it themselves. It's very, very cope. Can I scroll back? I cannot. Yep, chat, see, I'm going to show you this. This is probably why this stream is going to get DMCA'd. It's going to eventually happen. It's okay, we had a fun night and you guys got to see it. It was fun, right? It was a fun night, right, guys? If the Nintendo ninjas come for me, remember me. Well, chat, this may be where we stop our coverage for the night. Don't put avocados and beans on. Ugh. It is gone, chat. Talk about, so Masuda. Let me see if I can pull the actual thing up so I don't say it incorrectly. So, if I search his name, I'll probably find it. So, for those of you who don't know, chat, this is Junichi Masuda, who has directed several of probably the best Pokemon games, including Ruby and Sapphire. And Masuda is also known for what's called the Masuda method in Pokemon, because he implemented a mechanic where if you were breeding Pokemon, you would have a higher chance to get like shinies from it. And it's, to this day, it's called like the Masuda method. It came out in the leaked documents. He is not allowed to direct games anymore for Pokemon. So it's referred to in the documents as the era of Masuda's absolute dominance. Masuda alone handled development planning, personal decisions, public relations, and game design. Up through Black and White, it was an era where no one could oppose him. This led to a concentration of power, and the organization began to run out of control. In personal matters, quote, unnecessary people, unquote, and, quote, favorites, unquote, emerged. The game's content shifted from being focused on fun to being driven by PR. I have no idea what they're talking about with that. They could no longer do proper game design. Various problems arose, and during the development of XY, Masuda got into an argument with Sugimori, resulting in a decision that he would no longer be allowed to direct from then on. This is probably why X and Y failed. He was cut off halfway through X and Y, and they had to finish it. They had to play out the rest of it. But he couldn't finish it, they wouldn't let him. I don't know what they're talking about. Because this means that some of the games he developed, other than Sun and Moon, are literally the best in the entire series. And they're saying that he ruined the fun. Ruined the fun for who? Not for the players. It's for you guys. Were you guys upset that you had to actually do work? Like, it says, in personal matters, unnecessary people and favorites emerged. Yes, some of you fucking suck at your jobs. I hate to, I have to be the one to tell you this, but some of you are garbage. And you clearly can't program, you clearly can't code. Like, this sounds bad. However, I guarantee, given the kind of person Masuda is, the favorites were people that could actually do what they were told to do and could actually program and make concept art and do stuff. Game Freak has too large of a team? No. Game Freak has too small of a team. Game Freak has a ridiculously tiny team. Let me see if I can find it. So on Call of Duty, a game that is literally the most derivative bullshit you can think of. Very bare bones derivative bullshit. 300 developers. However, they claim that they have more than 3,000 people at any given time working on Call of Duty games. This was in 2022, so it may have changed. But they claim that at any given time, there are 3,000 people working on Call of Duty games. Is that the same game every time? No, it's not. But even if that's spread across like 3 or 4 games, that's a lot of fucking people. It's a lot of people. How many people work on Pokemon? 100. Game Freak has a team. Game Freak, the company, has 200 people on payroll. And it used to be 100. They hired an extra 100 when they were developing a game called Little Town Hero, which failed, by the way. It was garbage. Here, I'll pop it up for you. This is Little Town Hero. Absolutely bombed. Terrible game. It's on Steam. It is a Game Freak game on Steam. 13 reviews and a 3.0. It is not good. And this is what their A team made. They hired 100 new developers, made them their B team, and that team went to go work on Pokemon. This is like a $1 billion company, and they complain about how they don't have enough people to build these games. They don't have enough time to finish the project because they don't have enough people. They only hire 100 people. They have 100 people working on one game and another 100 people working on another game. They have 200 people total. And if you look at like who they contract, all they really contract people out for is to make the Pokemon models, which they shouldn't have to do. They supposedly, according to them, future-proofed them years ago. And then they claim they lost all of them. They lost all of the models on the lead up to Sword and Shield. I don't know how. That's just something they say that happened. I don't know where they went. But they said just all the models just poofed into the ether. And that was their claims, by the way, for why Sword and Shield ran like shit. Was they had to rebuild all the models from scratch because their future-proof ones just poofed into the ether. Which is a lie, by the way. People extracted the models from the game, and every single vertices is exactly the same on the models that were ripped from the previous games. So I don't know what they're talking about, that they lost the models. They match up vertice for vertice. They're making that shit up. I'm telling you. I don't know what's going on in this company. I really don't know what's going on in Game Freak. They don't know what they're doing. I really don't think they do. Like, this has been a thing for a while, and I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen with them. Like we can say that 200 is a lot of people. You have to understand that Game Freak, it makes more money off just Pokemon than some of the most popular games in the world make in a combined studio with multiple games. Like, it's... you have to put it in that context. The amount of money they make is fucking ridiculous. And all they do is they contract out people to do shit that shouldn't even need to be done because it's supposed to be fixed. I don't get it. You know what you should all do instead? Let me make sure. You should just all go buy Digimon Time Stranger. It's a substantially better game. Like, and I'll say it sometimes it feels a little small. And I think they could definitely expand on it, but it's really good. It's really good. I think it's a fantastic game and you should all go get it. I have, what? I only have 41 hours in it right now, but I thought it was great. Isn't the intro like 8 hours in Time Stranger? It took me to 3 hours till I got a title drop. You can do a lot before you hit the official title drop. Oh yeah, MiHoYo is apparently, MiHoYo is making something that has like some kind of Pokemon element to it. What's it called again? Nexus Anima. Is that it? Honkai Nexus Anima. Do they have like a art or like a video for it? Let me... I guess you could wait for this, whatever this is exactly. It's a very gay horse, though. But, you know, I guess you could wait for Nexus Anima. What is this Power World 2? Also, if you are, I guess, really interested in monster catcher games and you don't really know like how to find them, you could always follow this person, by the way. This is Gym Leader Ed. I actually do follow their channel. Basically, they only cover monster catching games. So if that's something you're super interested in, I don't know, maybe go give them a follow. They post stuff all the time like this. And they'll do like gameplay of them, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're in for. And some of them is stuff like even I've never heard of. And I'm the person that has like, God, how much do I have in my Steam queue right now? I have viewed almost 22,000 titles in my Steam queue. We are getting there. Soon, chat. We at 22K. What? What do you mean, what? When I get bored, I just click through the Steam queue and see what pops up. You never know what you'll find. I can't do it on stream because there's lots of porn that pops up. Chaos tomorrow? What's tomorrow? You mean because Cinder is streaming? Is she streaming tomorrow? I know she's streaming soon. I don't remember if it's tomorrow or not. You know, chat, I was tempted tonight to do something really petty in relation to the Cinder thing, and I decided not to. I thought it would be a little cringe. If you want, though, I could tell you guys the idea. So, a certain other news tuber was also streaming some of the Cinder document today. And for whatever reason, they opened up their stream linking an exposed video to me on me and pinning it to the chat for the whole time they were covering the Cinder video. I don't know why they did this. It's super fucking cringe and gay. But whatever, I guess. It was, oh, I gotta actually put it over to... She actually pinned it to the chat and told me.
Multiple people. There's been a few unhinged posts going around. Some of you who've been here for a while, you know this is not the first time they've acted out like this. All you need to know on the topic can be found like in my video that I made. If you haven't watched it yet, it's on my highlight channel, but also I have a playlist on my main channel that links to my highlight channel, and it's this one. And here, I'll just link it in chat. So honestly, all the answers you need to find are in there. And it's a pretty good video. It's a pretty good video. I've showed it to one of my friends, and he was like, Rima, I know you don't like picking fights with people, but maybe you should pick more fights, because this video was hella funny.
I have no idea why she thought this was like a good idea. Spent the entire stream of her fucking Cinder video with a pinned link to this video on me that she made. This is so gay, bro. Like, man. Friend, I'm calling it. It's Dev. No, we know who it is. It's Parrot. It's like 1000% Parrot. So what I was tempted to do, chat, is I have a stream where I go over this video and basically debunk every stupid thing she says in it. And I was tempted at the top of this stream to be like, hey guys, I know it's unrelated, but if you need any information on the recent drama, everything you need is here. And I would link my stream and then pin it to chat for the entire time. I thought about doing it, but I was like, no, that's cringe. It was cringe when she did it. I'm not gonna do it either. But I do have like literally a 5-hour live stream going over her entire video. That's funny because it's parody. A little too on the nose. Exactly. I didn't want to do it because I thought it was cringe. But now people can, she can continue doing whatever nonsense she wants to do. I'll be honest, I was genuinely annoyed with her that she did that today, because I was actually super excited to get home and show you all my model and be like, guys, look at my cute model, yay. And then she did that, and I'm like, okay, well now I'm reminded that I hate you and that I think you're a bad person. And now you have spoiled the enjoyment of my new model. Did she ever reveal her secret mythic info? She actually has not addressed that she has that. Those of you who don't know, when me and Akko disagreed with Rima on the sender stuff originally, she claimed that she had secret backroom info that had not been made public yet, that proved that Cinder was a evil person. And she has not mentioned that since all this has happened. We're still waiting for it. She said she has it. Come on, Rima, post it. Secret info is she made it the fuck up. Pretty much, yeah. Like, it's 1,000% a lie. Oh, I do have to show you guys this, because I think this is really funny. Because this is from her Discord earlier today. Look. Maybe we all stop talking about Mizo and Akko like they never existed. Not a bad idea, to be honest. It'll piss them off more if y'all pretend they don't exist. Like how Rima is ignoring them. Yeah, Rima's ignoring me. She just dedicated the start of her stream to talking shit about me and kept a link to a video about me pinned the entire time. But yeah, no, she's ignoring me. God, they're so cringe. Owe some people some rent money. It's just so funny. Because they're like so delusional and I don't know what they want me to say about it. Like I said this earlier today, it wasn't in reference to this specifically, but it was in reference to more like a concept of people. But I can point out that like your community is really stupid and it's full of people that are really willing to go and like harass people without like it being me crying about harassment. Like I don't care that your Discord talks shit about me constantly. I really don't. I think it's funny that you try and like grandstand over me while you're doing that. That doesn't mean I'm upset with it. I just think it's funny. I find hypocrisy enjoyable. Enjoyable in the sense that like it's funny when people do it and they don't realize they're doing it. It's hilarious. I'm not gonna touch on it more than that though, unless she actually has that secret information. But I don't think that that secret information is ever gonna come out. I don't think it's real. I think most of you are probably with me on that, is that you don't think it's real. Nobody thinks it's real. Oh, I'll say this. Where is it? I retweeted it earlier. So this was from Comrade Dell. Because he was just, like, casually chatting in her stream. And for whatever reason, she just goes, "Oh, I know you. You're that guy in that Discord server that I have people spying in. I don't like you." And she banned him from stream. Didn't say anything negative about her. Was just casually talking in chat. And she's like, "That Dell guy, he's in Mizu's chat. Fuck that guy." She did Freudian slip it too. Because she said, "Aren't you that guy in that server I have..." And then she just stops. And she doesn't say anything for a little bit. And then she goes, "Yeah, you're that guy that harasses people." She was so close to saying that guy that's in the server I have spies in. I was doing the same, said nothing, mod of her, timed me out for the rest of the stream. Someone in that tweet pulled up the chat logs. Yeah, because there was nothing. She, like, really doesn't want people disagreeing. It's so cringe. And I've said this about a couple people, but it goes for Rima, it goes for Smugalana, it goes for Dime. You girls are not cut out for covering drama. Like, you genuinely are not. Because all you can... Like, you can't handle disagreement. You seem to believe, like, you just have... Like, if you choose a side, you are now the right side. And this is drama. Most of the time, there isn't a right side. There's very rarely a right side, ever. So you guys need to, like, stop with whatever this nonsense is you're doing. The fact that they choose a side at all is not advisable for drama or news. I think it's fine to choose a side. You just have to acknowledge that your side might not necessarily be right. I choose sides all the time. I mean, I try to be fair. I think you can be fair and still have a side, I think. But chat, I don't have much else to say. I wasn't even going to touch on that, but I thought I might as well be a little funny. I do have a little bit of art coming for Halloween, and I think you guys will like it. I also have 2 pony arts coming, but I know you guys don't enjoy the pony art as much as I do. I'll still post it, but, you know, I know it's something that's more for, like, a me. But you guys don't find the ponies as cute as I do, which is fair. Pony where? On Twitter. I'll post the ponies on Twitter, and I'll post it in the Discord when they're done. Pony model, we do not have the pony model yet. Here, I can show you guys this before we go. Because Lumi made me do it. So there is an artist Lumi has for pony models. She made me set up a throne amount for a pony model. It is currently halfway funded, actually. It's halfway to 500. Once it is funded, I will talk to Lumi about her pony person, and I will have a pony model. And no, it is not an anthropomorphic pony. It is not a furry. It is just a pony, a My Little Pony. But it'll get there eventually. Her pony dealer. But chat, that's all I really have for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that. And if you need some energy, I have my AdvancdGG link down below, where you can use code puddle energy to get some AdvancdGG. Maybe trying to make me a pony too. Don't forget, 2 p.m. tomorrow is Lawtism, but we will be covering more of the Cinder document with Ava, because we find it it's kind of interesting for all this. And we can go with Yak, more of the day, Pokemon is dead, Rima is dumb. Yes. Look, by the way, if you like Pokemon, you're free to like Pokemon. I'm not saying you're an idiot if you play Pokemon or anything like that. I just think they could do better. And I don't think they are doing better, and I don't think they'll start trying to do better until people stop buying it. But at the end of the day, I've kind of given up on Pokemon, and I've kind of moved on to other stuff. But good night, everybody. Let me see if there's someone I can raid you out to. I'm still getting used to YouTube's new stream setting, all over the place. Oh, real quick. Avenged for 5 says, I think they're trying to avoid the McDonald's incident again. That was for the Pokemon artwork thing earlier. I actually don't know what the McDonald's incident is. And Girthy Banana for 2 says, it's Meta Knight Pokemon style. That was in reference to the phalanxes. Oh, I didn't see, you sent one earlier too. Girthy Banana for 149? Is 149 a meme that I don't get? If 149 is a meme, let me know. Where could I send you? You know what? I'll send you to Sayu. She's playing Silk Song. Be good for Sayu, chat. And I hope you all have a wonderful one.